So today we are prepping for a big job. Does somebody want us to know something? I have found a bag, and in that bag found this, and this is the oil filter. A lot of shavings all throughout this filter. Metal shavings are really bad. The Lamborghini soul is back into Audi R8. Aha! The Audi is back. And in today's video, obviously we're gonna work on this, as you probably would have guessed. And I'm looking for something important. Not you, bag. It's not here. Huh, where did I put it? Aha! Without it, we can't do what we're about to do. So we're prepping for a big job, which involves this template, a drill, and a hole saw. So when I was doing this job, I made a wee template for the floor, and there's actually an anchor that we need to use. So the hole has been made, and I made a wee plug. You do that. Put this in here like that. So 80% of you guys watching my videos are not subscribed, so obviously you probably don't know what's going on and why we're taking the engine out. The car was bought from Copart and it's category S structural damage, but there was no structure, so it was hit at the back. So the reason we're taking the engine out of the Audi R8 because of the broken manifolds. So they're just tacked in a couple places and we need them out to get the full weld on it. This is humongous and heavy. Here we go, now you can see what's happening around here a bit better. So this is the first time I'm seeing them like this, and that actually came out pretty good. So there's still a bit of room to weld, and this side is the same. So yeah, I am happy with them, but now we need to do a few more things before we're ready to lift this engine out. And yes, it seems like I know what I'm doing well. I kind of do now, but this is the third time we're doing this on this car within in space of a month or maybe. So the car lift legs are pretty high up and it can't clear the bottom of the chassis, so I need to obviously lift the car up. So this is the technique I used to get the engine back into the car, and it worked pretty well. So that's her all strapped up. I strapped it here, and then there's two lifting points on the front. Let's go, boys! Oh, we are nearly out. Just want to twist a bit for some reason. I don't know why, but she does. Here we go. Oh yeah. So this is how you do it. Well, maybe you shouldn't do the way I do it, but this wee hack does work. So yeah, I call this success. Okay, let's not stretch our luck. Oh shit. No, you don't want to do that. No. Let's get some tires and put this down because, yeah. Right, so I used a couple tires. The lower is down, nice and slow. Nice and slow, boy. Nice and slow. Today is a new day, and of course, last night we were pretty productive. We got, obviously, the engine out, and it's looking pretty good, pretty clean. It wasn't like that when I started, and if you're interested to see how we got to where we are, there's a couple of videos here you can check out. Quick recap, what we've done to this engine so far. We changed the valve cover seals on both sides. We found actually water on this side. We're still not sure if this is an issue or it's just condensation. We've done the belt and we have done the front crankshaft seal as well. So the engine is looking pretty good. So what are we doing with this engine today? Well, we're taking these off to get them fully welded on the flange side and here. And we also have a few other things we need to check. In the last video, there was something we found in the car, which you have seen the bag. It's the red bag. So this is the bag, and inside this bag, there was this oil filter. And if you open this up, you can see there's metal shavings. Well, metal shavings are really bad. It could be an indicator that there's something really badly wrong with this engine. So the oil filter sits in here. Yeah, so we're gonna find out in this video if this is actually a problem or was it just random. But first, let's get these off. So the manifolds are off and they're ready to get welded. But there's another thing I would like to do to this engine. There's a couple comments says I should do a carbon clean because this engine has 80,000 miles. The reason you have to do a carbon clean on these engines because they're direct injections, so they're prone for that. And because obviously it's 80,000 miles, it's most likely that there's a lot of buildup inside these, like there's a lot of buildup in there. And of course, this is the best time to do it. I have never done this before. I have got a wee sandblaster, and you actually have to use walnut shells for that sort of thing, and degreaser, and there's a few other things you can do, but I just seen the videos, but I have never actually done it myself. We're gonna take this intake manifold off, and then we're gonna check the filter after, because it'll give me a better access. So first we need to get rid of this whole wire loom. We're gonna set it down on the floor for now. Hopefully we don't step on it. Oh my god, it's raining so bad. Yeah, I'm so happy I'm not out there the way it used to be. Madness. I think that's all the things I have to disconnect. 2 throttle bodies sitting there, and then all the pipes, vacuum connections here that I had to disconnect, and then a few cables. But now we're ready to take all these T30s maybe on both sides. This was very annoying to take off. It's literally in a way where I need to get to the screw. Alright, I hope we have everything disconnected. So let's try to lift this. Oh, okay. Something else is holding it. Oh, this must be hitting it too. Oh yes. That is out, boys. So we have successfully removed the intake, and if you ever wonder what it looks like, well, here we go. It is quite a lot of buildup. It's not crazy. So that's what it looks like, and that's what they call carbon buildup. Let's check this intake manifold. Is it as bad? It's actually not as bad. I will still clean this. Shouldn't be too bad to clean. So those plates come out. You can see they're quite nasty. I don't know if they're designed to catch the dirt, because look at this one. Look how bad this one is. Cheers, guys. No, joking, this is petrol. I don't have diesel. They usually use diesel to clean stuff like that. Throw all this in here and let it dissolve. So that's them all in there. Look at the color already. That was only like 2 seconds. And this is what usually happens with not direct injection. Actually, petrol washes all that stuff away. But because this is direct injection straight into your pistons, it doesn't get washed. This is amount of stuff's in it. Crazy looking. Sorry for the quality, it's just not great. I don't know why the quality is so bad. Look at how bad this is. So this has been soaking for a while now. Look at that, that's crazy, isn't it? Amount of build-up. So I'm gonna use some wire wool to help me to clean this. Oh yeah, boy. This is after using wire wool. Look at that. Perfect. So honestly, I have spent an hour cleaning these. But look at the difference. So there's actually a part number on that. So yeah, after an hour, they look beautiful. So this has been sitting for a while. Look at that sludge. That's crazy amount of stuff. They can't even take it out. That's a lot of carbon buildup. So the brake cleaner done a good job, but it's not perfect. So the next stage would be walnut shell blasting, which is this, and you use sandblasting gun. I have bought this extension for it, and also you will need a few adapters. Something like this. You can get them on eBay, but I have designed and 3D printed this one because I have a 3D printer, so for me it's pretty handy. And this is TPU material, which means it's rubbery. So you use this like that, and that will keep the walnut shells from going everywhere. And I have printed a Hoover adapter. So you put it in here like this. So you hoover and you blast it at the same time. To make my life easier, I have printed 8 of these covers, and I'm going to use them to cover any ports that are not getting cleaned or already cleaned. And plus, I'm going to probably use the airline to clean the engine after. So before we start walnut blasting, I think we should check this oil filter. I really don't want to, but I think we need to. Okay, I'm gonna set this on the floor and we're gonna open her up and see what's the crack with it. Let's see. Never opened these up before. Don't even know what's the procedure. Right. That took so long. So I have taken that out. There's a couple here. There's one here. Like this one here. But it's not huge. Like you are expecting to see some stuff. But it's not. There's one here. So yeah, I don't know if I should be worried, boys. Like there's just one big one. There's a big-ish one. It's not even that big. Like if you compare it to my finger. Yeah, there's nothing much. Oh, I don't know. So this is the one what's in the car. But you see, that's the thing. For what period of time it gathered up that much of shavings? Like, compared to this one. This is the old filter. I guess it's old filter. I don't even know if it is. And there's a lot more on this one than the one we took off, which is that one. But again, I don't know how long this car was driven, how long it took this filter to gather a couple of these. So I've seen somebody using this technique, so I'm gonna wrap this in some paper and then you squeeze it in the ice. And that will get the oil out. And that will show us a better indication what's inside it. Yeah, that's better. Yeah guys, it's pretty clean. Some of shavings is expected. I don't know what's normal and what's not. I'm gonna take the chance and I'm gonna put new filters in, put new oil in, and we're gonna have to test it. Drive it for a bit and see how it's like. Right, my fellow friends, let's get this ready for walnut blasting. Put all the wee caps on. Such a good job. So this is me already. So this is the gun. And this is where I have the feed pipe into this bag. And we should see some, yeah. Right, turn the hoover on. Open the port. Literally, that was literally like 5 seconds, and look at the difference. If you remembered, you know, like from this to this. Wow! Right, so I have cleaned 5 ports, and they're looking amazing. Like really, really good. Like look at that. Look how good that looks. Like brand new, right? But now I need to clean these ones. To clean last 3 ports, I will have to turn the engine. And so I have taken the ignition coils out and spark plugs so it's easier to turn. And now I have an extension bar, and then I'm going to use my hand to turn the alternator. So that should have enough pressure to turn the engine to close those 3 ports. Because you don't want to blast it into your cylinder in case you'll get it contaminated. You see, I don't have a proper tool for this, so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But that should do the job anyway. My people, this took so much longer than I thought, honestly. But guess what? It's looking good. Look at that. Just like brand new out of the factory. So yeah, I'm very pleased how they turned out. And I've obviously done the plates. They're looking like new. And I have also done the intake manifolds as well. And I used the same technique when I was cleaning the plates. And I'm so pleased how this worked out. It actually survived, so you can use it many, many more times if you ever need it. And also, we haven't wasted much material. So it's all in there, so we can reuse this if you ever need it for the next time. Yeah! So now it's time to put everything back together. And if you think it's a good job, give me a thumbs up. Obviously, I didn't think it was going to take me that long. I literally thought, just blast it, done. No, that took so much longer. Something else has returned to the workshop. Something that caused all this mayhem. Manifolds, yeah! And of course, they're nicely welded. Looking pretty good. So yeah, we have loads to do. Let's get on with it. So we have taken the spark plugs out, so it's easier for us to turn the engine. And now it's time to refit them. Torque them to spec, 30 newtons. That's them done. It's time for ignition coils. Beautiful. Nice. Let's connect them up. Right, that's that done. It's time to fit these plates. Beautiful, look at the difference. We have bought new seals. I've got them from Autodoc. Beautiful. Another one on this side. Double checking everything, make sure nothing has unclipped or moved, everything is good. Didn't pull any pipes off. Yeah, I'm happy enough. Here we go, looking good. So to tighten this intake manifold, there's actually a sequence, and I'll put it up on the screen so you can see what is happening. So first tighten at 8 newtons, so number 1 will be that one. And the last one, which is number 10. Then tighten the bolts number 8 and 9 only to 11 newtons. Second, tighten for all other bolts 9 and then 90 degrees. Alright. And so degrees next. Right, all done. Perfect. So it's time to put the throttle bodies back on. And they have to be torqued at 9 newtons. Here we go. That's the throttle bodies on. We need to clean these. I want to clean this transmission reservoir. Haha! Looking beautiful. Guys, we're finally ready to put this back on for the final time. Like literally, we probably spent 3 episodes working on this engine. Last night I was driving home and I was thinking, I bought a category S damaged car, but yet I spent 3 episodes fixing the engine. It's insane. So guys, yeah, I'm gonna give a quick clean where the engine and the manifold meets, and I'm just gonna use wire wool. And yeah, the other thing I was thinking about the other day as well, like we bought a category S Audi R8, but yet it was a private entry. So what I'm thinking is, obviously, for it to be categorized, you had to go through insurance. But then again, why is it private entry? And the reason it's private entry, I think, is because somebody bought it from auction when it was crashed, checked to see what had to be done to it, and then they're like, I don't want it. And they took it back to the auction, and then that's when we bought it. And to be honest, guys, what would you done if when you seen the damaged manifolds, more damages, of course, would you continued, or you would have done the same thing, just took it back to the auction? I'm just curious to know, because I don't know if I'm being silly and I'm wasting my money here. The way I see it at the minute, I have learned a lot and I'm still learning, doing what I'm doing, so it's good for future, I guess. So let's put the new gasket on, see how this fits. Okay. Put this on now. Again, there's sequence to how you tighten the bolts. I'm gonna use some copper grease. So it says you tighten them by hand first, so let's see. So I tightened everything by hand, now it's 30 newtons. And again, you do the same thing again, 30 newtons. Here we go. So we're just gonna move to the other side, but we'll do it really quick. Guys, I'm so proud to announce the engine is actually ready to go back into the Audi. But yeah, trust me when I say there's still a lot left to do before we can even start the engine for the first time since we took it out. Yeah, and there's still a couple of questions unanswered. Well, we did check the filter and it looked okay. And then obviously the condensation, water, we don't know. And yeah, it doesn't look any different from the first time we took it out. But trust me, we have done a lot of work to it. We have changed the seals, we have changed the gaskets, we have done the manifold, the carbon clean as well. And let's not forget about simple things as 3D printed parts that helped us so much to get the engine where it is now. Got the pipes back on, manifolds back on. So this manifold hack, which will cost us 40 quid, actually saved us 4 grand. She is absolutely ready. And she's going back in, and she's actually staying in this time. Yeah, I am inexperienced, I don't know what I'm doing, but guess what? This girl is gonna start and she's gonna run again, I promise. But this is gonna have to be for the next video because we're running out of time. Today's Tuesday, so if you're interested to see this girl running again, well, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like if you liked it. If you dislike it, well, let me know why and leave me a comment or your thoughts, what you think of this project. Is it silly or is it worth it? Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.